how much traffic do you get from Pinterest each month, and how does it differ from the organic traffic that you get usually from Google?
So I would say it's probably my organic search traffic accounts for about 20% of my overall traffic. Pinterest accounts for 60% of my overall traffic, and everything else is somewhere in between. I should note that I don't do any AdWords. So if you're doing AdWords, in my experience with my clients, that usually eats up a bunch of your traffic too. That's a great source of traffic. But if you're relying on those organic sources, Pinterest can be, depending on how well you're doing and how much time you're putting in, the sky's really the limit. Sorry, I lost the thread of what you had asked. I was getting somewhere with that. Can you ask the question again?
So what's the difference between the organic traffic and the Pinterest one? So we can clearly see that the Pinterest one is pretty much bigger. And
Okay.
Why is it?
So the interesting thing about the traffic that comes from Pinterest is that usually it's a small number of pins that drive huge amounts of traffic. And let me show you my screen and I'll demonstrate what I mean. So the thing that leads to such success on Pinterest is when a pin starts to go viral. You can see here, I'm on my, from the blog board, the majority of my pins just get pinned a few times. This one's got 45 repins, this one's got 17 repins, but my resources board is where my traffic goes crazy. I create these pins specifically because I know they're gonna go viral. So you can see I made this pin a little bit different. Rather than just sharing a blog post, I took the pin and took the content of the post and actually put it into the pin. So I go and make a little square for each of the different types of Facebook ads. And this one has been pinned to 1,400 boards. If we go to my pin about storytelling, 4 ways to use storytelling to build your brand. Again, I took the content of this blog post and put it into the pin so people can look at the pin. It's self-contained and it helps them learn some new information. This one's been shared almost 10,000 times. So it's those certain single pins, a few, you're gonna have a handful of them that take off and really drive the majority of your traffic. And what happens is when someone clicks on this storytelling pin, they get taken through to my website, which has the post all about compelling stories you want to be telling as a brand, where I talk more in depth about each of them. So people spend a lot of time on this page of my site, right? I know the majority of the traffic on Pinterest is going to this page of my site. I want to capture those people. So at the bottom of the post, I offer them something else. I offer them a worksheet that they can download. Get the worksheet now. And when they click on that pop-up, they enter their email address. And that's the key thing here. We're not just sending this traffic to our website for our own ego to see our numbers go up and up and up. We want this to have a purpose. So if there's one thing I can have you take away from this webinar, this is it. Once those people get to your site, give them something else to do. Give them a worksheet to download in exchange for their email address. Get them to sign up for your webinar. Give them something more that's going to bring them in as your audience member versus just going to your site once and leaving.